All right. Good morning. Ev- Should be set up now. I was about to be jealous, but then I remembered we actually have our own melodic. I think. Yeah, we do. Yeah. We almost lost. Good thing we didn't. Still think. Definitely on him. Don't really know what else we want. Sure, we can bring along a Flygon. That works. As far as I know. Oh yeah, we're by the way just listening to the soundtrack of the game. Because music in the randomized version is randomized. So ah no, we do not want that one. Why is it? It's either just like really deep or it's escorting someone. If I remember correctly, that's the one that bugs out. I'm gonna take this one. Our main goal here is we want one of the four following Pokemon. One Scizor or Cypher. That also works. Uh, that doesn't work really though. Those empty rapids. It's either we want Zizor, Cypher, or we want Lava or Elekid. Holy, there are a lot of items here. There are so many items. It really looks like it should have been Monster House, but for some reason it isn't. I think he's getting close. And or to be able to survive the sandstorm, and Flygon doesn't take any damage from it. Neither does Magnezone. So we're good, I think. Anyways, I hope you're all doing great. Yeah. Gonna be a nice Sunday for me, at least. We'll see how much we manage to advance the story, but we are at least going to be reached the point where we see Cresselia. Like the first goal. And that's the first Pokemon where Flygon doesn't get any levels. Hope everything is okay in terms of settings. Sound is okay and everything like that. As far as I can tell, it should be more or less optimal. I think he can handle his own. Yeah, he can. No need to worry. Good. Good job, Houndour. Oh, it got sealed again. The same move. Yikes. I don't know if we already have an Ninjask, but I'm not taking the chance on it. I mean, there is no way we're getting every single Pokemon, but I kind of at least want to say yes, Pokemon joining. Just as long as I don't have them. First of all, you are going to be using that move. Just blast away. That's not what was intended. Done. Perfect. Don't really need that. That's a leaf stone. I think we want that. We definitely don't. That many of those. Also really need our this is we also really need our sunstones, I guess. So might have been a bad idea, but yeah, we'll see. Think we might actually get to see Cresselia. And I think that was a Staryu. Yeah. So it's Staryu versus Aerodactyl for the faith of the world. There's so far to go until next Rainlow. Don't need that. Sure. That one is supposed to be a bit harder, but it's not that deep, so we should be fine. Right? That one? Yeah, it was. Famous Island. Okay. Okay, so we need to bring a poison type. But we can deal with that. We'll just bring this one. I actually really like Nidoking. That's fine. I keep forgetting, but I think we could have brought Flygon as well. Like, I don't think we're stuck just using 3 Pokemon, as long as we're not. Ooh. I really like Wartortle or Blastoise in these games. Damn you. Ooh. That's cool. That is a cool Pokemon to get. I'm not sure I like that. Don't know if... I don't know if it activates on us. But I'm not sure I want to know either. So... One trap. No. Okay. Holy, that was a lot of traps. You want that? Ooh. Cool. Don't think I'm likely to get any levels on Electrode anytime soon. And also, we're kind of moving in the direction of getting rid of him, well, or stopping to use him. But at least if we do additional missions after we're done with the main storyline. Right? Then again, I don't know if we're doing that, so... So that's Ice Flute. I know what it does, I just don't know why it has that effect. Woo! Why does an Ice Flute help with the recruitment? I mean, that makes no sense. I'm going to lose a few Pokemon here, aren't I? I feel fairly certain that I'm going that some of the Pokemon that I'm traveling with are going to get knocked out on the floor. Unless I find the stairs like really quickly. They never fought at all. That's impressive. I was so sure that they would be knocked out. But they just never encountered any Pokemon at all. Which was perfect. Umbreon. That would be cool. Oh. Mission can be completed on this floor. Okay, now we get... Oh, no, it can't be placed there. Ooh, cool. Mantine is a cool Pokemon. Definitely not one of my favorite, but it is a cool Pokemon. It can't be Kick-chan. The other one. I don't remember what it was. Yes, I would like to go back. To... Don't really care much about Avalanche. Sure. I mean, the music doesn't fit at all. That's just because we're going through a like soundtrack. think the only thing that we're really missing now is we're missing Palkia, and then we have all like the big Pokemon identities found out. I mean, this is a cool team. I'm still not that big of a fan of Electrode. So we're gonna do both. Don't think it should be too difficult. Good job. That is a cool move though. Like Spore in this game isn't really overpowered. If it hits every single one in the room. That seems really strong. But that would have been nice though. Yeah, by the way, this is not going to be super effective because fairy type doesn't exist in this game. Hello. Oi. How are you? Tá tudo bem? Ah. See, we are also speaking French. Still not particularly good at speaking French. Reading, not too big of a problem. Ainda não sei falar muito bem em francês, mas bem, ao menos eu consigo entender. É ler um pouquinho. Ou, bem, ler mais que um pouquinho, diria. I know enough French to be able to read books and watch series at least. Just not good at talking at all. It's definitely something I need to practice, but yeah, I'm not doing a particularly good job at it. I swear, Nidoking, I'm gonna disable that move because it's all you're ever going for. So my native language is Norwegian. But yeah, I speak English, or I speak Norwegian, English, Portuguese, and a bit of French. And last week, I started learning a bit of Ukrainian. I assume just because of the flag, you're Brazilian, right? I used to film a few videos in Portuguese as well. So I think that might be it, or the reason why. But there are always a few Brazilians that jump into the streams wanting to talk. And that's super nice. It's weird that it keeps, or it's always Brazil people are from. Uh, I mean, I wouldn't say just a little bit, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm married to a Brazilian. Not, I didn't learn because of her, but I got to meet her because I know Brazilian Portuguese. So, but yeah, I definitely enjoy learning languages, and Portuguese was one of the languages that I enjoyed the most because I kind of got to figure out my system that works for me. I mean, it just takes a lot of work. is my opinion. So it, I am 99% sure, tenho quase certeza que no seu cérebro é só o jeito que o processo funciona. Tenho que estudar por um bom tempo para aprender. Hello. How are you? That when I was speaking Portuguese, or was it when I was speaking? Ah, I wouldn't say you are. O que você acha disso? Yes, we're going back. I don't know why you think you're making a fool out of yourself, though. Don't need that. There we go. Good. Still not getting any of the Pokemon that we really want, though. Hmm. Ah. You have to start someplace, right? So especially with messages, that's the same way my wife does it with Norwegian. So you're definitely not alone. That's how it starts. And I think it's completely normal. Acho isso completamente normal. É o mesmo jeito que minha esposa faz com norueguês. É assim que começa. Yes, she is. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of the possible things that learning a language can lead to. I definitely wouldn't start learning a language in the hopes of finding someone. But yeah, it is a cool like, byproduct, I suppose. Uh, I mean, she lives in Norway with me. Ela mora aqui na Noruega, junto comigo. Um, ela é da Bahia. She's from Bahia. Yeah. No. See how much we actually managed to get done here. But yeah, it is cool being able to use multiple languages during a day because I mean we mostly use Portuguese to communicate. She's still learning Norwegian, and I would say she's really good at speaking English, but still, it's easier for us to communicate with just Portuguese. And that's a cool thing. That's a cool situation to be in, I think. Sure, we're gonna bring Flygon. Some of my Pokemon are definitely gonna be knocked out. Okay. Seems we're stuck bringing Giratina again. Didn't really want to. I wanted to bring the other ones. Then again, going with Giratina isn't the worst thing, I suppose. If you're still there, I'm wondering if you've ever considered using games like this to improve your language learning. Because this is definitely my favorite way of studying. It's super fun. Plus, I actually learn a bunch. While finding games in Portuguese isn't that easy, I I wouldn't say that finding games in English is that or is difficult. That's like the default language. So right? That's not fair. I was on the stairs. That's not fair either. Eat it. Good. Don't want Giratina using the last of that one, because we might run into another one. If I run into another monster house without having Ominous Wind, that might just be it. And I don't think Giratina is allowed to faint here. I think if Giratina faints, then I have to go back. And I would really like to not have to do that. Come on. Yes, I know Rolla has a chance to miss, but it would be nice if it didn't miss that much. That's cool. Just got jumped on by a fish. Okay. I should have been noting that down. Yeah. Does anyone remember the name of this dungeon? Noting that down because we really want Ella Kid at some point. I don't think we can recruit him now. Getting that later be super nice. Nice. Might be wasting them. Okay. Don't really need that. That's cool. That's really cool. A Rotom would be nice. What's like 2 cool electric type Pokemon in dungeon? Don't really think that there are that many that have a lot of experience with this game watching. So I'm not sure how much it's gonna help me asking, but it would be really nice knowing how many floors this dungeon has. So if there's anyone watching that has a lot of experience with this game, Explorers of Sky, then Mount Travail would be nice if you were done by now. But I think, if I am not mistaken, it has a little over 20 floors. Oh, I didn't even see that. I mean, this is just going by so quickly, though. Ah, I was wrong. It was way sooner than that. That's a beautiful landscape. And we're gonna save. I think we're ready. I think now is also the point where we're kind of stuck. We don't, or in terms of recruiting, I don't think we're getting any more Pokemon. Could be a 17th floor dungeon. No items on the first floor. Would be kind of cool, because I can't remember if it actually is like that. Would be kind of cool if this dungeon just had no item. That was another Elekid, but I'm not gonna be able to. Yeah, okay. Definitely has items. That was another Elekid, but I'm not gonna be able to recruit that one because I'm never going to be able to get back to this dungeon. Holy, they're weak. But really weak. At least some of the Pokemon. Hello. How are you? Wow. We actually got a level. Okay, you're going down before we do anything else. And then we're disabling this. Activating that again. I think we have. Oh, that. Yeah, it used Medsport. That's why. Is it Umbrian? Umbrian Unknown? Is that how you say it? I'm gonna butcher names like that. It looks like Umbrian, but then again, it's with an A instead of an O. I don't know how you prefer it. And I also don't know where you're actually from. So you could be not a Brazilian, but just the say hi, it auto translates to whatever language your YouTube is set to. So don't know. Oh. Sure. It's Hyper Beam. Or Hyper Beam. It actually didn't explode. I'm so used to them exploding whether or not, or like regardless of what type of move I'm using. That was a pleasant surprise. Did that Dragonite seem really weak though? My opinion, it did. I kind of want to play through around with a Ledian. That would be really cool. Because Ledian is a weird Pokemon, but they made Ledian in this game so damn strong because it has Silver Wind, it gets Comet Punch. It's just incredibly strong. Finger. That makes sense in a nightmare, right? Oh, and I can't recruit it. Like, it's never gonna join, and I'm never gonna be able to go back here. But, man, I want a Quilava. That's my favorite Pokemon, and I've tried a bunch of times because I've found Cyndaquils and I've found Quilavas in dungeons, but it has just never wanted to join. Unfortunately. It would have been so nice to have it. I would have loved it. We're just gonna take them all on Electrode at the moment because This is one of the last dungeons. Like this. And 2 more? It's like Spatial Rift and Dark Crater. So yeah, we're not likely to... What? The sites that I was looking at said 17, or said Pokemon spawns up to floor 17. Wasn't that much higher? But I feel like I've been lied to. Dialogue like this is probably the best thing about this type of Pokemon game instead of the normal one, because there's just way more dialogue for me to learn. Saving. think we meet Palkia here. Or might have to do one more mission before we meet him. Okay. Are we already? Because I'm listening to the soundtrack. Well, are we already at I or future? Yeah, we are. I think we are like reaching really close to being able to finish. I think next gonna be able to finish, which is perfect because um, I'm not gonna be able to for weeks after that. Perfect being able to finish it. all seems really dramatic because of the music. It isn't that dramatic yet. Looking forward to the Giratina music, Through the Sea of Time music, Hidden Land, all of that. Which is to come in like next 15 minutes. I'm gonna find out what Pokemon Polka is now. Any guesses? I hope it's like Feebas or something. What Pokemon is that? Okay. I know at least then. It's gonna be a Vaporeon. Okay. Don't know if I would have been that worried about a Vaporeon, but that I mean, it is still a Pokemon, so it can basically do anything in this world. That definitely doesn't seem like something a Vaporeon should be able to do, though. Or Weedle. But that also means that it's not gonna be that much of a challenge. Like, I should be able to deal with a very Vaporeon. In my opinion. Of course. Don't think they gave Darkrai any like special music for when you're fighting him. But if they did, that would be cool. I just don't remember it. But I don't think so. That's like Destiny Bond, so it's just don't knock it out on that turn. Curse. If I'm not mistaken, that disappears. Yeah, it does. Good. All it does is it takes half my HP. Which isn't like nothing, but it's not still not that bad. My plan to do with that Absol was to just basic attack it. Sure. Holy, that's a strong Paris. That did so much damage. Like, considering it was just a Paris. Yeah, I'm starting to think that Vaporeon might not be the biggest problem here. Because these Pokemon are strong. Aside from the Giraffe rig, though. That one sucked. The deepest spatial rift, though. Okay, spatial rift is deep. It's gonna take us a while. Good. So in total, it's supposed to have 50 floors. That means probably like 35 on this and then 15 in the final part. Right? That's at least my guess. Why are these traps like all the type that it's both me and another target? Or why do they affect all the Pokemon in the party? These traps. Oh, they're both. Oh, wait, no. It doesn't have that many floors. Okay, it is nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. Ooh. I mean, having a Blaziken would have been cool. I want it. Floor 1. Okay. I have it noted down. As far as I've been able to tell, every time you go into a dungeon, it's not going to be randomized in terms of spawns again, which means that I am likely to get another Pilava spawning in Deep Spatial Rift. The next time I go here. Now we're just missing like a Cypher or a Scizor. Then we'll have everything. Nothing is hitting. What the heck? Tacofoy? It has more than 100 HP. That is a first. Citrus! Bye. Bye. Yes. This is how we become slightly stronger over time. Although it is gonna take a long time to be noticeable. Yeah, that's weak. Like, Ludicolo seems really weak. This dungeon. Not much health, at least. It dies to one Dragon Breath. Because Giratina isn't that strong. It has not received the same stat boosting treatment as Electrode. Okay, this is the... like, where you think you're gonna have to fight Dusknoir. Except you're not. So then it's you come back to the present from the future. Whoops. We made it. Yeah, so Giratina, you're gonna be using that. And we're gonna be using this. And that should be dead, right? No, not yet. This one? Okay. It has more than 600 HP. It did not have more than 1000 though. That is such a trap though. We should never be entering this nightmare. These ones make no sense though. All right. Gonna save here, and then we're gonna end it off actually. And next time we're beating what was supposed to be Darkrai, which is a Staryu. So yeah, have a good one. And I will see you next week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.